K Nation, sponsored by 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Tonight on K Nation, a key piece to K-State's O-line is back. How Cooper Beebe is using this extra year to help some younger cats.
Holly Kersketer's also using an extra year with KU, an extra year to collect more t-shirts. Get the inside scoop of her massive collection.
Plus, an exclusive interview with K-State's Kobe Savage, how he's recovering after an ACL injury last season.
And welcome to K Nation. I'm Lainey Gerber.
And I'm Glenn Kinley. We're going to get to all that and a whole lot more. No games going on this time of year for K-State and KU, but that didn't stop us from keeping plenty busy.
No, a wise man, Lance Leipold, once told us this week that June has become just as busy as any month.
He did say that. Hey, we feel you, Coach. No offseason for college football anymore. KU, in fact, hosted hundreds of prospects in David Booth Memorial Stadium this week for Mega Camp, they called it. Players performed in front of coaches from a bunch of different schools of all different levels and regions, and they got some advice on what to work on at the next level. Lance Leipold couldn't talk to us about that event. You know how the recruiting rules go. It's very strict stuff, but I did get to ask him some questions the day before at a press conference, and no secret, recruiting is heating up for the Jayhawks.
Changing how the program's been looked at is going to take time, and depending on, that can be in different parts, but I think the improvement of our program, things are happening, all that, continues to build, and I think we're finding ourselves in conversations with players that are being recruited by other schools that were maybe slightly different than they were our first 2 years.
And that's not just fluff. It's been quite the week for KU football, landing recruits. There's a couple of four-star defensive backs we will be seeing rocking and chalking with in the crimson and blue. Damani Maxon and Austin Alexander. Three-star linebacker Ja'Cory Stewart and three-star lineman Harrison Utley committed on the same day earlier in the week. And that means last season was no fluke. Leipold and Jayhawk football are here to stay.
Yeah, we figured it would pay off in the form of recruiting, and it is.
Yeah.
Well, KU landing commitments from players. K-State getting some big-time commitments from their fans. Get this, up 125%, from last year. K-State football saw its most season tickets purchased on release date in the Chris Kleiman era. Plus the ICAT student section, well, that's already sold out. They're ready to Wabash already, and we got another year of packed Bill Snyder Family Stadium on the way. That place is great when it's full.
As it should be, yeah. Well, a former Wildcat got some ice this week. Elijah Lee was mostly on the practice squad for the Chiefs at linebacker last season, but he gets his ring all the same. He showed off his hardware on social media, and if I had that, I would also be showing it off on social media.
Looking pretty good. That thing's probably worth at least $100.
At least, in the fullest definition of the word least.
At least, I'm not wrong.
No.
Hey, we're sure you saw this, though. KU's Christian Brown, well, it's ring season for him, too. He's a champion, and he and the Denver Nuggets win the NBA title. He's the 5th player ever to win an NCAA title, an NBA title in back-to-back seasons. He joins pretty elite company with Magic Johnson, Bill Russell, Billy Thompson, and Henry Bibby.
Just to win it for the older guys, for DJ, for Ish, for Jeff. Obviously, you can see their emotion, and to win it for the city, to win it for them, it means a lot to me, and that's what I'm most proud of.
And if you can find some videos online, he was having a pretty good time celebrating that one.
Yeah, I don't blame him. That's a good one. He's barely out of college.
When you win that often, you got to celebrate.
Exactly.
You work so hard, you got to celebrate when you get there.
Definitely. Well, baseball season has been over for a few weeks now, but stop me if you heard this before. K-State closer Tyson Neighbors won an award.
He does this all the time.
I know. Give us something else, Tyson.
Take it easy on the awards, Tyson. No, hey, it's every week we're talking about it, though, just how good he is. You can't take it for granted. Neighbors was a first-team All-American this week by the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association. That's along with a couple second and third team awards. He led the Big 12 in saves, and he posted a 1.85 ERA. He was just a sophomore.
Not bad.
Yeah.
One more baseball. A pair of Wichita State transfers are heading into the K-Nation viewing area. Right. They heard about the show, wanted to be a part of it.
They got to.
AAC first-team outfielder Chuck Ingram will play for Pete Hughes in Manhattan, and another conference first-teamer, pitcher Grant Adler, will play for Dan Fitzgerald in Lawrence. Now, they're part of a mass migration of talent from the Shockers after the university parted ways with its interim head coach.
They really made it easy on us here on the show. They split it so that our coverage could be balanced.
There we go.
One of them went to KU and one of them went to K-State.
They're so nice. We love them already.
Thanks, guys.
K-State returns its offensive line from last season, and that group is headlined by All-American Cooper Beebe.
Yeah, and I went to Manhattan to talk with Beebe and some other cats just last week to get the full rundown on why he turned down NFL money for one more year in Manhattan.
I know he's one of the best that this program has seen.
It'll be another year of pancake blocks, shirtless photos after road wins, and beef for Cooper Beebe and the K-State O-line.
A lot of the dudes that come here, they're all from Kansas, all big boys, and, we're here to work.
Beebe's decision to return starts with family.
My little brother's a freshman here. I kind of wanted to show him the ropes, kind of make sure he was all set.
But it runs a whole lot deeper than just that.
We're trying to be the first team in K-State history to ever win back-to-back Big 12 championships, and, we're even looking further than that, looking at a national championship.
In true Chris Kleiman fashion, the Big 12 Offensive Lineman of the Year credits his success to the preparation.
I go down the list, doesn't matter if they start, play, or just on the roster. I know what they're going to do.
I've been in meetings and I said, Beebs, how did you see this movement? There's an instinct that he has, and he prepares like a professional. And that's one thing I so much appreciate about him.
It's a work ethic so elite that others in the locker room are taking notes.
He's one of the best to learn from, if not the best to learn from. I'm always picking his brain about, hey, in this look here, what kind of set do I need to take, or what do you or this is what I took, what do you think, was this a good idea?
Put simply, this is a guy who loves K-State, a guy who hopes to cement his legacy with one final season.
Try to get in the K-State Ring of Honor. There's no offensive lineman in there yet, so I'm kind of like, why not me? I've put myself in a pretty good position, and I think, with another great year like last year, I can definitely put my name in that conversation.
Coach Riley says that's not his call, but if you ask for his 2 cents.
I know there's been great players that have walked these halls, but I think he deserves to be amongst the best of them.
Cooper Beebe, he's a big guy. They got a O-line full of big guys, and they need to make those T-shirts. Bring back the beef.
I like it. I'll get one.
The beef is back. We can wear them on K-Nation sometime.
Yeah.
All right, hey, don't go anywhere, folks. We're just getting started here on K-Nation. We're diving into KU men's basketball roster. It's very good with the help of KC star Shreyas Laddha. He's in studio, and we're going to talk about that and a whole lot more.
Can't get to all of that with all these T-shirts in the way, though. Up next, Holly Kerskeeter gives us a look at her second love, collecting T-shirts.
Properties that are for sale by owner are typically on the market longer, sell for significantly less, and leave a seller open to potential legal problems than those properties sold with the assistance of a realtor. A home may be the largest and most complicated transaction you'll ever make. Trust a realtor with the ethics, expertise, and education to act in your best interest and guide you through the process. Find homes for sale in Northeast Kansas and a Sunflower Association realtor member that's right for you at sunflowerrealtors.com.
Our local businesses are filled with hard-working, dedicated entrepreneurs who are Kansas proud. Consider shopping these Kansas proud businesses. Businesses like New Sound Hearing and Tinnitus Center, Veris Detailing, and Shockwave Electric.
It's not a good day, it's a great day at Continental Siding. Save 41% on your new siding. Click or call now.
Sports! We have everything that you're looking for at Play It Again Sports.
New and used sports and fitness equipment with used up to 50% off retail.
You can create your own discount by trading in and trading up. Sell us your gear and get cash on the spot, or even get store credit.
Play It Again Sports has something for every athlete. All seasons, all sports, on any budget. We're open every day in the Fairlawn Plaza Mall.
Game on!
Think about what Lance Leipold has done in his career. He wins. Whatever he says to me, whatever he's feeding me, I'm eating it. And I'm willing to run through a wall for this guy because I know he knows how to win football games.
This is not your old Kansas. Just in case you were wondering, we're not trying to spin a tail. The tape shows it.
This is beyond what anyone could have expected. Lance Leipold has done this quickly.
27 News, working for you.
Welcome back to K-Nation. Now, last season, Holly Kerskeeter received the Marlene Mawson Award, but her T-shirt collection deserves an award too.
Yeah, we know Holly has the top-notch game on the court, but she also has some top-notch style. So Laney went to Lawrence, and we got an inside look at some of her best T-shirts.
I'm not the most fashionable on the team, but I am known for having like the coolest T-shirts. I love Madonna. A lot of her songs I have like in my phone. She's an icon, even though, you know, she's probably like not my generation. She's someone who I think is like still really cool. Obviously, I'm a big basketball person. First and foremost, we have the greatest of all time. His name is Kevin Durant. Obviously, I'm a little outdated, but that's okay. We'll get some new ones here soon. But I like this one because it actually is like a cute little picture. I got this shirt because he changed his number from 35, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I gotta have his new number. So, you know, I'm just a fangirl. We'll meet one day. Everyone knows I'm from Oklahoma. Of course, I'm a Thunder fan. So, of course, we have Shea, number 2 on Thunder. He got NBA first team this year, so he's kind of a big deal. I waved at him one time at a Thunder game, and we had a moment. So, after that, I bought a shirt because we really connected. We had a good time. We have Skylar Diggins. She is now on Phoenix, but she was playing the Tulsa Shock. So she's someone who I grew up watching, and I also met her and waved at her. We also had a moment. I got this shirt at a Goodwill one time, and the quality of this shirt is great. This is like all reliable. This is the comfiest shirt that I have. It hasn't faded or torn up or anything. My mom hates it. She hates when I wear baggy clothes, but she'll get over it. Last year for Halloween, I dressed up as Louise. It's like, this is not necessary at all, but I saw it online and I was like, you know what? This is really cute. This is like my favorite t-shirt of all time. And this is definitely like my personality. Sometimes I literally wear this on days that I feel like this. And you know, it's Barbie. Who doesn't love Barbie? Last but not least, the one and the only 2023 champs.
There were a few that had to be cut out. She has a lot of t-shirts, and she only brought some of them.
Right.
But
and we saw quite the shoe collection there in the back, but you said those aren't her shoes?
Those are her shoes. Those are all her shoes. But Zakiya Franklin is the shoe girl on
Has
the
even
team.
more shoes.
Yeah, she has real shoes. Like,
Maybe
she has Yeezys.
Maybe you can cook that one up next.
That'll be a follow-up. We'll just go through everyone's
If they ever want to
closet.
donate shoes or t-shirts, Lainey and I are
I wear a
trying
6.5.
We're trying to up our game out here. Dress shoes only do so much for me.
Well, don't go anywhere. You're going to have to buckle up for this next one. He's a savage, but he's safe. T. K-State safety Kobe Savage is back from an ACL tear. He tells us how he'll get back to 100% in time for the season in an exclusive interview.
Honey, what are you doing?
What? I just fixed the leaky chimney.
Call Certified Fireplace and Chimney. We fix leaky chimneys properly.
The latest devices are here, and you will not believe the sound quality. Because we want what's best for you, New Sound is offering a never-before trade-in, trade-up event. Let your current hearing aids save you money.
Meaningful relationships built upon trust is a founding principle of the Trust Company. We help individuals and businesses create tailored financial plans and diversified investment strategies that adapt over time to your unique needs. Because we are independent, we can offer flexibility and creativity that many advisors and trust departments can't. If you aren't sure where to start or you're looking to make a fresh start, contact us today for a free consultation.
Golden Corral on Southwest Wanamaker Road has been locally owned since 1999. Come join us in our newly remodeled dining room with updated decor, a stone fireplace, and an enhanced buffet area. Breakfast served Saturdays and Sundays. Pickup orders and catering available. Golden Corral in Topeka is looking for great service-minded people to fill positions with advancement opportunities. Serious applicants can walk in to complete an application.
Come on in and join us
at Golden Corral.
The heat is on and your plants need help. Here at the Jungle House, we offer a range of in-store to at-home services to help your plants thrive. You'll have a green thumb in no time. Find us at our new location, 6 East 7th Street, Lawrence, Kansas.
Do you have water damage from storms? Give Certified Fireplace and Chimney a call before the damage gets worse. We'll inspect your chimney inside and out. Then we'll make any necessary repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call Certified Fireplace and Chimney today.
Welcome back to K-Nation. Now, earlier in the show, we showed you how the K-State offensive line returning is going to be a pretty big part of the Wildcats' success, but there's more on the other side of the ball, too.
Absolutely. K-State safety Kobe Savage was having quite the season last fall before tearing his ACL in November. K-Nation reporter Landon Reinhardt caught up with Savage to find out how recovery has gone and how his summer's going.
All right, Kobe, thank you for joining us. Let's just address the elephant in the room to start. Coming back from ACL injury,
What's that process been like, and where are you at right now?
It was a very tough and long process, I'd say. 6 to 7 months, just brutal recovery, rehab, strengthening my leg every day. But right now, I'd say I'm about 90% going into July. I feel like I'm really confident before season I'll be easily 100.
You know, ACL tears used to be a thing that would end careers. And so to be able to be at 90%, you know, from, I believe it was late November when you had the tear, to be at 90% right now, how's that feel?
I mean, it feels really good. It's just a test to Mindy, Matt Greenwald, and Matt Tomlinson, and also Connor, and all the strength staff and our coaches for believing in me and pushing me throughout my recovery.
If I could take you back to that day, you feel it on the field. You know something's wrong. What's going through your mind in that moment?
I've never been injured like this, but I definitely knew something was wrong. I heard the pop. I just didn't want to tell Mindy and them. I wanted to just see if it was anything less of what I thought it was. But yeah, my mind's just racing, asking a lot of questions with Mindy and them, and yeah, I'm just kind of nervous at that time.
Your teammates go on, they keep winning games after that, winning the Big 12 championship. I'm sure you're pumped, but watching it from the sidelines, what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard feeling not being out there with those guys, but just seeing them accomplish what we set out to do this whole season was just, it felt just like I was out there just with them. It was just an amazing feeling watching Ty kick that field goal, and I was just in tears with everybody else celebrating.
Got a bunch of great guys coming back, both sides of the ball. How excited are you at the possibility of repeating as Big 12 champs this year?
Oh, I'm really excited. I'm really excited about the season. We do got a lot of new guys and new faces that people will see out there, but I'm really excited.
But before you got here, you're playing JUCO ball. Yeah. And then I remember when you first got here, you were saying, man, I've never played in a crowd like this before. Does being in that JUCO environment almost make this sweeter?
Yes, it does, because like I said earlier, we didn't have that many people at our games. Just it'd be like family or maybe your close friends, but people up here, I mean, it's like I have one big family watching our games, selling out every home game, and it's a really nice environment to play in.
Right away, you're running around, jumping up and down, making big plays. K-State defense is known for that mob mentality. What does that mob mentality mean to you?
It means a lot because we had a lot of the older guys that had played in this defense years ago that come and talk to us, and they were very passionate, saying how they even cry before games whenever we play. So just seeing their passion towards a game that they're not even involved with anymore just brought that extra emphasis on mob. Like, we need to try and go our hardest and put everything we got into the game.
And then you're the type of player who's running around always. It's always 100% effort, flying after balls, whether that's an interception or a big hit, laying someone out. You could have come in and been, you know, like laid back in your first game, feeling out this huge palace. Where do you get that drive?
My mom, my little brother, and sister are always watching me, whether it's on TV or supporting me. And I always want my little brother and them to go back to school and have a story to tell about me. So that was really my main goal, just to give them something to talk about at school.
What's the best story that you've heard from them?
I know my little brother had a teacher who was I think it was a TCU fan, and they got us the first time, but he got to go back and send him a little screenshot of the score. So.
Well, was that extra special, you know, being from Texas to?
Man, it's the best feeling in the world when we beat a Texas school.
Where would you rank the Texas wins then?
They're the top. They're at the very top. Baylor, Texas Tech, TCU the second time. They're always at the top whenever we get to play Texas school.
So one last go around with Texas this year. Is that going to be towards the top of the list?
Oh yeah, and we're at Texas. Yeah, that's gonna be one of my favorite games to play.
All right, I got a question from a fan that wanted me to ask this silly question, but your last name Savage, has that helped you at all in playing? You know, because you kind of play like a savage too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, always. The very first time I signed up for pattern football, coach told me that I had a famous name and I was going to be somebody someday just because of my name. So yeah, it's always encouraged me to live up to that last name.
What can we expect from the defense this year?
Still a high motor defense, flying around, mind on ball mentality, a lot of mob. It's going to be a lot of fast guys. Our defense is really fast. Coach Claremont says it all the time. We have one of the smartest defenses and fastest defenses in the country. So a lot of mob mentality.
What does being a smart football player entail, and why is that important?
I feel like it's very important because you don't have to be the fastest, the strongest, or the tallest to play football. You just need to be smart and be in the right area where the ball's around, whether that's a tip, whether you can force the ball out, or you can be quick to stop a third down. So I feel like being a smart football player takes you longer than being athletically gifted.
And then lastly, you know, last time you were on the football field, you had to, you know, you walked off on your own, but you didn't go out healthy.
Yeah.
When you run out of that tunnel, that first game back, what's that going to be like?
It's going to be, words can't even describe how I'm going to feel. I know I'm just going to be so excited seeing everybody. I'm going to do my same ritual, go down there and pray, but it's going to be an amazing feeling running out that tunnel again.
All right, Kobe, thank you so much. Thank you for the time, and we'll be rooting you on in the fall. So.
Yes, sir.
Back to you guys.
Well, for the casual fan, you might look at K-State's defense and think, oh, well, they lost Felix Anyudike Uzama. But then you remember they have Kobe Savage coming back. They got guys like Austin Moore, Daniel Green. Like, they could still be very, very good.
They definitely kept enough to where they're not going to feel that sting, hopefully, too much from Felix and guys leaving.
It's going to be very dangerous.
Yeah. Well, one of our favorite guests is back in the building. Shreyas Latta with the KC Star joins us in studio. We're breaking down these new men's basketball and football rosters after the break.
Fact. $3.99 is equal to the sum of 2 beef patties, 3 slices of cheese, 2 pieces of Texas toast, and 1 side of Topster fries. Yeah, not to brag, but we're like really good at math. Sonic $3.99 grilled cheese double burger and tots deal.
Jefferson's is the perfect spot to watch the game. Come try our new Loaded Macs, or pull up a seat at the bar and match our cold draft beer with our new Mac Burger. Find us at 29th and Wanamaker in Topeka or online at jeffersons.com.
Hi, this is Voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you will be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. For 24/7 non-judgmental support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Hear that? It's edge of your seat.
He blows the body off the car.
Entertainment at top speed. Camping World NHRA races where top drivers compete to be the best. But don't blink.
And who's got the horsepower? It is going to be Justin Ashley. A dazzling Top Fuel final.
You could miss it. It's the Menards NHRA Nationals presented by Pet Armor. August 11th through 13th at Heartland Motorsports Park in Topeka. Every ticket's a pit pass and kids 12 and under are free. Get tickets early and save at NHRA.com.
Jefferson's is the perfect spot to watch the game. Come try our new Loaded Macs, or pull up a seat at the bar and match our cold draft beer with our new Mac Burger. Find us at 29th and Wanamaker in Topeka or online at jeffersons.com.
Remember that night you spent in an igloo, sipping on a strawberry shortcake slush float with crunchy sugar crystals? Was that real? Or is that just your brain's summer vacation house? $2.99 strawberry shortcake snowball slush float. Sonic.
Welcome back to K-Nation. We got to talk more about Jayhawk sports. We got one of our favorite guests in studio for this. Lenny, do the honor.
Oh, it is an honor to introduce for the 3rd time on K-Nation, Shreyas Latta with the KC Star.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's always fun.
Yeah, Shreyas, you've been on the KU beat now for what?
Almost a year?
Almost a year. I think it's been 8 months now. It's been a crazy 8 months.
Yeah. And you're crushing it on the beat, and you've had some exciting stuff to cover, obviously, between football and basketball. Let's start with that basketball roster. It's loaded.
It absolutely is. Honestly, for a team that only has 3 attorneys from last year, they've gone out and really loaded the wagon, as they say. I mean, they got Hunter Dickinson, the best transfer portal big maybe ever, or player ever in the transfer portal. They got guys like Terry Morris. They got Parker Braun. I mean, like, even got Kevin McCullough to come back. I mean, this team is got a nice mix of young and old. And you look at it, I think you could have good 8-9 contributing players that you could count on, something that they didn't have last year. Super, super impressive rebuild by KU for a team that I think needed it.
Yeah, and we've seen the guys kind of practice, maybe more workout in these scrimmages in front of campers, you know, nothing organized, not some very tough defense at all in those things. But we know Hunter Dickinson's transition has been pretty easy, but Nick Timberlake has been pretty cool to watch too. So I just want to know what you think about him and his addition to the team and what he'll bring.
Yeah, I've been super impressed. His ability to kind of constantly relocate off ball. It's going to be like a zigzag, like back and forth, and I'm like, whoa. Kind of reminds you a little bit of Grady Dick, but except at a more mature, advanced level. He's always at the right spot at the right time for the three-pointer. I mean, I think the second scrimmage game, he won the game with a three-pointer, and it just shows you he's going to be so valuable for a team that has a lot of new faces, and it seems like he fits seamlessly with everybody else. And I think that's something you really want from a guy that is, you know, he's a sixth-year guy, and he's come in and he looks ready to play with anybody, which I think is huge.
They got the guys with a lot of basketball experience like Hunter Dickinson, like Nick Timberlake. They also got some good incoming freshmen. Is there going to be room for those guys to get a lot of minutes this year, or is it going to be mostly DeJuan and Hunter and all those guys?
I definitely think so. I mean, El Marco is a very impressive freshman. I mean, that second scrimmage game, it seems like he took the ball and said, hey, I want to go to the bucket anytime at will. And I've never seen a quicker first step for a freshman in a very long time.
He saw your tweet.
And I was like super, super impressed with his ability to get the rim. The only time I think we stopped was one time by KJ Adams, who fouled him pretty hard. And he's going to have, I think, some big minutes. And he's a guy that probably stays at KU for a year or two. I think he wants to be a 1 or 2 year guy. Then you have a guy like Jamar McDowell who can shoot the heck out of the ball. I mean, he can shoot anywhere from the court. He creates space. He's really impressive. I think he's a guy that he could play, himself in the rotation later in the year. He could be battling for that 8th man spot. You got 3 freshmen that, at least 2 out of 3 of them could contribute, and that's huge.
Yeah, they're going to be deep this year.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's almost a little bit opposite for the football team where freshmen do have a big chance to play, and KU's been getting a few 4-star commits.
So, more than a few.
Yeah, more than a few. They're coming in day after day at
right.
this point. So what are you kind of expecting to see from freshman production on the football side next season?
Yeah, I'm excited to kind of see the class that they've brought in. A lot of guys like, Jaden Ham on tight end group and others and wide receivers, they're going to have a chance to make an impact. Calvin Clements, local kid, we've heard rave reviews about him at camp. And they've talked about him in the O-line group of how great he is already, and I think that's such a testament to how close-knit they are and how excited they are to have him. I'm excited to kind of see who can make that impact. There will be a couple of guys, especially freshman year, you can get 2 or 3 out of the 11 or so. You're looking at a pretty good freshman class, I think, in this coming class.
And a lot of those commits they have as well are 2024 guys. So they got 1 more year of high school, and then they could be coming in and make a big impact as well. I'm not saying, but I am saying that Shreyas comes here and KU football like this.
Whoa,
right?
There's a correlation equals causation.
Yes.
All right, things are looking good with Shreyas and Lance Leipold in town.
Yeah, all right, Shreyas, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. And you guys stick around because there will be more K-Nation after the break.
At Dillon's, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Dillon's, fresh for everyone.
Come out to the biggest party in the heartland, the Country Stampede. Headliners include Hardy, Lee Rice, and Cody Johnson. July 13th through 15th. Tickets and camping on sale now at countrystampede.com.
Topeka on the glass on 3. 1, 2. Topeka on the glass!
As the weather warms up and your to-do list grows, don't forget about your windshield.
Avoid costly replacements. Repair that chip before it's too late.
If you need a repair or an entire windshield replacement,
call Topeka Auto Glass, 785-438-8808.
Robo-assistant ready.
Well, now that we're married, we need help merging our finances.
Choose from these options: investing, insurance, retirement planning, college funding.
I have so many questions.
Here is a link to our FAQ page. Was this information helpful?
Go with no.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I'm sure you have questions.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. Insurance, financial planning, all in one place.
Please rate my service.
Come out to the biggest party in the heartland, the Country Stampede. Headliners include Hardy, Lee Rice, and Cody Johnson. July 13th through 15th. Tickets and camping on sale now at countrystampede.com.
When you download the Dillon's app, you have easy access to savings every day and get personalized coupons sent straight to your phone. Save big today when you download the Dillon's app. Dillon's, fresh for everyone.
Hey, there's a constant debate about what the most important position is on the team, whether that be maybe the quarterback or the O-line, but we got another debate.
Yeah, definitely. We all know the real answer to this debate is the mascots. Yesterday was National Mascots Day, so of course we have to give a shout out to our favorite furry and feathered friends, Big J, Little J, and Willie the Wildcat. K-Nation should get a mascot.
You suggested during the commercial break a K with
legs.
Like,
oh, we have to go this way.
We'll
okay, we're running out of time anyway.
Thanks for watching K-Nation.
We'll see you next Sunday. Have a good night.
It's gonna be, words can't even describe how I'm gonna feel. I know I'm just gonna be so excited seeing everybody. I'm gonna do my same ritual, go down there and pray, but it's gonna be an amazing feeling running out that tunnel.
Our whole team obviously wouldn't be the same without them, so